Do not set a time limit on when your panic attacks will be healed. If you properly do the 3-step meditation process that I teach you, you might develop a tendency on setting a time limit. I want my panic attacks to be healed 2 months from now. But cosmic consciousness is the savior that is always with you. It can heal you instantaneously. So do not be limited by time. Because in my meditation, I teach you to go beyond your body, to go beyond the environment, and to go beyond even time. And when you are bodiless, when you are environmentless, when you are circumstances less, when you are timeless in that quantum field, then you can gain freedom from panic attacks instantaneously. So do not ever set a time limit on when you want your panic attacks will be healed. It can happen in an instant, it can happen 1 week from now. Don't care about that. Your only job is to visualize the imaginal act properly and embrace the elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment. The rest of the things will be taken care of by cosmic consciousness. So, if you don't know who I am, I was training to become a doctor in Nepal, and then I had a panic attack. I was trained to become a very intellectual, a very logical kind of guy by society. But then when I had panic attack, I didn't want to go to any therapy sessions. I didn't want to take any anxiety pills because I didn't think that those were the right things to do. So I did something that society never teaches you. Social conditioning always tells you to view this world as a completely physical universe. When you perceive this universe as a completely physical universe, there's a distance between you and anything that is in this universe. You and this, there's a distance. There's a distance between you and what you desire. Maybe health, maybe wealth, maybe girls, maybe career, maybe money. When there's a separation between what you desire and you, then there comes lack. You're always operating from lack. When you view this universe as a completely physical universe, and when you operate from lack, you hustle, you struggle, you become frustrated, you compete with other people, you calculate your next moves because other people are also trying to get the same types of resources. You become frustrated, you resent other people, and all of these things are keeping you in a flight or fright mode, and you do not even realize it. Maybe you get hurt by people while you're trying to achieve certain something, maybe love, maybe money, maybe health, maybe wealth, and some people hurt you while you're in the pursuit of that. And you bear resentment towards that person because they have stopped you from getting that desired object. But if you open your eyes and see the universe as it really is, then you lose all of these negative emotions. If you can understand that this universe is entirely spiritual and mental, then all of these negative emotions will just evaporate. Because there's only one thing in entire existence, and that is cosmic consciousness or spirit or eternal source energy. If you drill this principle inside of your head, what you must come to the conclusion is that one cosmic consciousness, that one spirit, that one source energy has manifested itself into everything that you can perceive through your 5 senses or even calculate using scientific theories. And cosmic consciousness is everywhere, all at the same time. Now, it does not make sense when you view this world as a completely spiritual world. It does not make sense that another person is hurting you and you cannot get the thing that you desire. No, because everything that you desire is within you. Because you are a part of cosmic consciousness. You are a spark of that cosmic consciousness. You are a manifestation of that cosmic consciousness. So you can get everything that you want. You do not have to struggle. You do not have to hustle. You do not have to be hurt by other people. You do not have to hurt other people. You do not have to be angry at other people. You do not have to accumulate so many stress while trying to achieve your goals, while trying to get what you want out of your life. If you just understand that this universe is a manifestation of that one spirit. And the reason why I say that this universe is mental is because if you learn how to write new programs in your subconscious mind through the 3-step meditation process that I teach you, then what happens is those programs will be relayed to cosmic consciousness through your subconscious mind. Now, cosmic consciousness is eternal source energy. It is eternal love. It fulfills everything that you want. If you have written programs of happiness, programs of freedom, programs of well-being in your subconscious mind, that program will be sent to cosmic consciousness. And now cosmic consciousness will give you everything that you have texted it. You have texted cosmic consciousness, I want freedom, I want happiness, I want health, and cosmic consciousness must bring all of those things to you. The reason why mere wishful thinking does not do that is because we are socially conditioned to not feel emotions of gratitude, emotions of joy, emotions of empowerment before wonderful things actually happen to us. Many people might imagine that they are already free, that they are already well, they are already amazingly healthy, wealthy, they already have the things that they desire, but they do not embrace the emotions of gratitude, empowerment, and joy before those things actually materialize into their 3-dimensional world. They are not socially conditioned to do that. Society has conditioned each and every one of us, especially people who are raised to be very intellectually oriented and logical, and they pursue amazing things in their life, making money or medicine or engineering. We're all trained to become very intellectual, and we are only allowed to be happy, joyful, empowered only when we achieve a certain goal. And that defeats the purpose of proper communication with the cosmic consciousness. When you cannot feel elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment before wonderful things happen to you, then you cannot attract the life that you desire. I'm going to give you one simple exercise to you. Just close your eyes and sit still for 5 minutes, and you are going to see that your mind has accumulated a lot of negative mental imagery and a lot of negative feelings. All of those things are suppressed into the subconscious mind. If you just sit still and close your eyes for 5 to 10 minutes, all of those things will be coming out into the light of your conscious mind. You'll be able to see that you have suppressed all of these negative mental feelings and negative mental imagery and feelings. And all these things are stored in your body. Your body can be likened to your subconscious mind. Your body keeps score of every feelings, of every negative emotion, of every negative mental imagery, and it has finally exploded into panic attack. It is screaming at you, do not do this to me anymore. Please open your eyes and see the world for what it really is. Open your eyes and see that this universe is spiritual and mental. Your body is telling you to cultivate positive emotions ahead of the wonderful experience happen to you in this 3-dimensional experience. You do not need to wait for wonderful experience to happen to you in order to feel grateful. In fact, if you start to feel grateful before wonderful things happen to you, you become a magnet for wonderful things. This 3-dimensional reality is a maya, is a magical lie, is an illusion, because it is just a projection from your own subconscious mind. Yogis have been saying that this physical world is a Maya, because whatever program you have written in your subconscious mind, maybe negative feelings, maybe negative mental imagery, all of those things will be reflected, will be projected into the physical reality, and you will be getting more of those things. You have written bad programs in your subconscious mind, you'll be surrounded by bad, tragic circumstances, bad mental health, bad physical health, and you will pay attention to all of those things in your physical reality. You will believe that all of these things to be true. You will not understand that these are just projection from your subconscious mind. When you believe that all of these things are true, you will be impressing more negative mental imagery in your subconscious mind, more negative feelings in your subconscious mind, and again you become a magnet for more crappy situations. It's a vicious cycle of negativity. Please open your eyes. Please see the truth that when you write new programs in your subconscious mind, all of those wonderful programs will be communicated to the cosmic consciousness. And cosmic consciousness is the savior that is always with you. It can happen, it can give you what you want instantaneously. But that's not what you are trying to achieve. What you're trying to achieve is a state of emotion in your body filled with gratitude, filled with joy, filled with confidence, filled with empowerment. Because when you can just cultivate positive, elevated emotions, anxiety, panic attacks, worries, concern cannot coexist with these positive emotions. So do not even look for all of your imaginal act to come to life. Of course, they are going to come to life. It's a law, it's a spiritual law. But only focusing on cultivating positive emotions will actually heal you from panic attacks. And this is why you are here. You're not here to make wonderful things happen in your life. You're here to heal your panic attacks. All of those wonderful things happening to you in your life is a bonus. So, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was afflicted with panic attacks and anxiety, a girl ghosted me and she went with another guy, and she told me that I'm not an impressive guy. Maybe you're going through a similar situation right now. But if you properly understand these two simple things, that spiritual and mental is the nature of this universe, and feeling is the secret of attracting the life that you desire, what is going to happen is the girl who ghosted you is going to say to her friends, wow, he has become everything that I ever wanted in my man, and now he's out of my league. That is going to happen to you. Your friends and family will stop worrying about you. They are going to say to you, wow, you have become the rock of our family. They are going to ask you questions like, how have you become so calm and so peaceful all of a sudden? You're not going to be a source of worries and concern for your friends and family. Isn't that a wonderful news? When I was training to become a doctor in my medical school in Nepal, I could not afford to let any one of my friends know that I was going through some struggle related to panic attacks and anxiety, because that would mean that I would lose a position in the social hierarchy. Everybody would think that I am a weak person. Everybody would treat me a little differently. I would not be getting girls. People would not be listening to what I have to say. These were all my concerns. As stupid as it sounds, but these were all valid concerns when I was 21 or 22 years old. Maybe you're going through this right now. Do not think this is stupid, because it's not. We are social creatures. We focus on our position in the social hierarchy, and you do not have to let them know. You can change your life overnight if you land this wonderful program in your subconscious mind. But for that, your attention needs to be developed. Right now, if you just close your eyes, your attention will either drift to the past traumatic event that happened to you, or it might go to the future anticipatory scenario where bad things are happening to you. But you need to be able to train your attention on the imaginal act that signifies to your subconscious mind that your life is now wonderful and you're now free from all the panic attacks. And this training of your attention can be done in a 3-step meditation process. The first step is Yoga Nidra. People like Andrew Huberman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, who is a neuroscientist, have been calling this Yoga Nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol, but it is just yogic sleep. What happens is when you do Yoga Nidra, you're rotating your awareness through your body, throughout your body, and then you achieve a state of relaxation. You achieve a state of sleepiness, but your mind is still kind of alert. That is the moment where your subconscious mind is really receptive to all the mental imagery and feelings that you can impress upon it. Right now, you're watching me on a phone or a tablet or a computer, and your brain is producing beta waves. This is not a good time to program your subconscious mind with new kind of mental imagery and feelings. When your brain is producing high beta waves under anxiety and panic attacks and worries and concern, that is not the time to write programs in your subconscious mind and create wonderful things in your life. That is the time to survive. That is the time to just protect your energy in order to ensure your survival. But through Yoga Nidra, your brain will be able to create slow, coherent alpha waves and theta waves. When your brain is producing alpha waves, your brain will start to become really good at creative visualization. And when your brain is producing theta waves, the door between the conscious mind and subconscious mind is wide open. The analytical mind is now gone. Now, all the mental imagery, all the visualization that you will perform through your conscious mind will be accepted, believed, and surrendered by the subconscious mind as if it is the truth. So if in this state, you can imagine that you are actually free from panic attacks and you can do certain things, which I'm going to tell you later on, your subconscious mind will accept all of those mental imagery and believe that all of those things are actually true. And when the subconscious mind truly receives this message, it is going to communicate to that cosmic consciousness, and whatever you have impressed upon the subconscious mind will actually materialize into existence, because cosmic consciousness is the source energy. It is the spirit that is in existence. It is the only thing in existence. Out of that cosmic consciousness, out of that source energy, out of that spirit, everything in this universe has come out of. So write new programs in your subconscious mind, communicate with that spirit, and become a magnet for wonderful situations in your life, including freedom from panic attacks and anxiety. Now, what you have to do after you do Yoga Nidra, by the way, there's a link in the description box down below on how to do Yoga Nidra. It's a 13-minute video, do that. And what you're going to do next after you do Yoga Nidra is, now you start to imagine, start to visualize an imaginal act where you are free from panic attacks and you're living your life after you have become free from panic attacks. Now provide all the sensory vividness, the sensation of seeing, hearing, tasting, feeling, smelling, after you have become this upgraded version of yourself who is free from panic attacks. Maybe you can see that you are going to the situations, you are going to the places that previously used to trigger your panic attacks and anxiety, but now you're just with your chest out. You can visualize that your breathing rate is really relaxed. You can visualize that you're taking your pulse rate and it is just 60 or 70 beats per minute. You can visualize that your friends and family members are just looking at you and they are just so happy that you have healed. They no longer have a worried face when they are looking at you. And here your people, here your well-wishers, your friends and your family members say to you, wow, you have become the rock of our family. Wow, you're so peaceful and relaxed these days. What's your secret? If you're avoiding coffee right now, if you're avoiding certain sensation of smell right now because you think it triggers your anxiety and panic attacks. Start to indulge in those things in your imaginal act. Start to smell the aroma of coffee. Start to drink coffee in your imaginal act and say to yourself, finally, I can drink coffee again because I am free from panic attacks and anxiety. If you're right now currently avoiding dating, start to date people in your imaginal act. Start to touch their hair. Start to kiss them. Start to smell their perfume. Start to hear them say to you, wow, you're so peaceful and so powerful as a human being. How did you become so peaceful and relaxed? And you can even share this secret of communicating wonderful things to cosmic consciousness, and everything that you communicate with the cosmic consciousness will be given to you. You can share your secret of changing your life to your friends, to your family, to your girlfriend in your imaginal act. All of these things will signify to your subconscious mind that you are actually living your life with no longer anxiety, with no more panic attacks. So start to see wonderful things happening to you. Start to hear wonderful things happening to you. Maybe when you wake up in the morning, imagine that you have a big smile on your face. Because right now you're probably hearing a lot of racing thoughts in your head as soon as you wake up in the morning, and you are frustrated just as soon as you wake up in the morning. So imagine just the opposite of that. Imagine that you're waking up in the morning, you're looking at your watch, it's 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., and you just have a big smile on your face, and you're saying to yourself, wow, I finally healed. I no longer have anxiety and panic attacks. I have successfully written new programs in my subconscious mind, and I have attracted a wonderful life free from panic attacks and anxiety. Say all of this thing to yourself in your imaginal act. Hear people compliment you on how peaceful, on how relaxed you have become lately. And all of these things will signify to your brain that it is all happening to you in real time. Because when you provide all this sensory vividness to your imaginal act, your brain will start to lose its distinguishing ability between what the imagined act is and what an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world is. This is what claiming that you are free from panic attacks actually mean. Providing all the sensory vividness to your imaginal act and imagining that you're actually free from panic attacks means you're claiming that you're free from panic attack. Now, the third step is simple. Just mentally rehearse all of this imaginal act over and over again. With enough mental rehearsal, the neural network that is associated with all of these wonderful things happening to you start to become hard, set, and permanent. And it is going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. These chemicals are going to create feelings in your body. And these feelings are going to be equivalent to whatever you have imagined. You have imagined that wonderful things are happening to you. You're free from panic attacks. You no longer have anxiety and panic attacks. You no longer have dry sensation in your mouth all the time. You no longer have your friends and family worrying about you. Instead, all the amazing things are happening to you. So you're going to feel the equivalent emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, and confidence. And these feelings are actually breathing life into your imaginal act. All the imaginal act is like a electrical signal that you send to the spirit, that you send to the cosmic consciousness. Now the cosmic consciousness knows what you actually desire. But the feeling, the elevated emotions that you embrace through mental rehearsal of this imaginal act sends a magnetic charge to the cosmic consciousness. Now the cosmic consciousness knows what you really want, and it starts to give to you what you desire. Now you become a magnet for whatever you have imagined. All the imaginal act will start to materialize into existence in a very unexpected manner. You will start to move across a sequence of events, and all the wonderful things that you have imagined will actually happen in your three-dimensional world of experience. But it's not even about breathing life into your imaginal act. It's about creating all of these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment before amazing things actually happen to you. Because when you feel grateful, when you feel joyful, when you feel empowered, anxiety and panic attacks cannot coexist in your body. And now you have the tool in order by you have the tool to just close your eyes, make your imaginal act very real, and feel all of these feelings. And you do not have to even depend upon external circumstances in order to feel amazing feelings. Now, the external circumstances, even if they are bad, they will not affect you because you now have the tool to just close your eyes and make your imaginal scenarios so real that you will start to create feelings out of them. Now you become the master of your destiny. Yogis have always been calling that your external personal reality is Maya, is an illusion. Why? Because they know very well that your external circumstance is just an extension of your subconscious mind. When your subconscious mind has bad programs, bad messages written upon them, your external circumstance will reflect all of those bad programs. You will be surrounded by bad circumstances, bad events, bad situations. Your health will go into a deterioration. Your mental health will start to deteriorate. All of these things are actually happening to you because you have unconsciously written bad programs in your subconscious mind. Now, through this meditation exercise, write new programs in your subconscious mind, and your external circumstance will start to change naturally because it is just a projection from your own subconscious mind. Write new programs, wonderful programs in your subconscious mind, and everything in your life will start to change. It's such a wonderful thing to discover and experience. So, the only thing that you must get really good at is becoming able to sustain these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment for a very long period of time. Because right now, you can sustain the emotion of anxiety, panic attack, worry, concern for no reason because what you have done for a very long period of time is you have visualized the worst case scenarios of your life, or you have remembered, you have memorized the past traumatic events of your life. Either way, those are imaginal act, those are mental imagery in your mind playing, and you have always been deriving feelings from it by mentally rehearsing it over and over again. So just do the opposite. And sooner or later, your second nature will be of joy, will be of empowerment, will be of gratitude. And that is the moment change has happened. That is the moment you're no longer afflicted with anxiety and panic attacks. So, I'm going to give you a wonderful tip. And that is, as soon as you wake up in the morning and as you go to bed at night, these two times are the windows where your brain is naturally producing or trying to produce alpha waves and theta waves. So do not miss these two windows to write new programs in your subconscious mind. Do the meditation at least these two times of the day, and you're going to see a significant improvement in your mental health in a very short amount of time. And do this meditation process whenever free time you get during the day, because you need to have a developed attention. Your attention needs to be focused on the mental imagery that signifies that you're free. Because right now, your attention will either go to the past traumatic event, past things, past events where people have hurt you, where situations were unfavorable to you, or your attention will start to go to the future, worst case scenarios, future bad events, and you will always be in a state of anxiety. But through repetition of this mental exercise, through repetition of this three-step meditation process, you will finally be able to keep your attention on the imaginal act that signifies that you're now truly healed. And when your attention is now focused on this imaginal act, you can derive feelings from it, and you can now change. But the thing is, you need to be able to keep your attention on this imaginal act to change, and that requires practice. That requires showing up daily and doing this three-step meditation process at least 2 times a day, or if you want significant improvement at a very short amount of time, 3 times a day. So do this and change your life. Do this and become free from panic attacks and anxiety. If you have someone in your life who is currently struggling with panic attacks and anxiety, send them this video and change their life. Now, I have made a ton of different videos on how to completely overcome panic attacks and anxiety. And if you want to experience one-to-one online coaching, message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box down below or pinned comment section down below. It's expensive, it's an expensive course, but I will make sure that you will never experience panic attacks ever again. All this anxiety and panic attacks will be a thing of your past. Remember, sky's the limit once you truly know how to become meditative. Imagine wonderful things and embrace the emotions of that imaginal act. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.